we've had hopes for stronger growth in the second half of the year and low inflation really working to boost confidence in Kenya, with confidence levels of 114 points being clocked in for June compared to 87 points in March. Let's run through the basis for this business confidence that has emerged and the possible risks that we have to keep in mind amidst it all.
Thank you for having me, Alishia. Yes, as you noted, inflation rates have dropped, albeit calculated at with a new formula. We have it standing at between 3.5 and maybe 3.7% of the GDP. And as you mentioned, we've had kind of an upsurge in the market. The economy in general has improved. I think the greatest risks have passed. We've had the issue of the euro crisis, which I guess is being dealt with right now. We also have had the issue of the volcano, which halted our exports that consist, which are our foreign exchange earner. But looking forward, even looking at the bourse, we've seen a great improvement today. Yesterday we had a new yearly high of the index, and it was just 2 points shy of 4,400 point mark. And looking ahead, I think the future is bright for us.
Well, despite this optimism, of course, it hasn't filtered through to sales and profitability of many businesses just yet, but many staying optimistic about the impact it will have on earnings in the second half. So with that in mind, let's look at stocks that stand to be strong benefactors of this uptick. And with GDP being highly correlated to bank performances specifically, we've got Equity Bank in the financial sector really standing on the top of your radar screen. So let's take a look at that and prospects as you see it for that company moving forward.
The prospects for Equity Bank have been very bullish. The results for the half year were really good. I liked to see the 40% rise in pre-tax profit. They also had a reduction in the non-performing loan book, and mostly the things they announced were positive. It's also worth mentioning that it finds itself in a sector that has been ranked first among the most improved sectors. That's the financial and investment sector. And looking at the bank going forward, it's going to spend less, if nothing, on technology, as the MD so stated last week. And I think Equity is a bank to watch for investors. It may be a bank to get into right now.
The other two picks come out of the commercial services space for you, the one being TPS Arena. We know that this is a company that is pushing forward with much of an expansion drive as it plans for acquisitions moving forward. Let's run through that and what you see or how you rank its valuation right now.
TPS Arena ranked very well. The results were good, having profits up by a good margin, and we know they are underway to have a rights issue to raise 1.2 billion shillings for expansion regionally and a refurbishment of their already established facilities. And I think it will be a success. It also finds itself in an industry that's peaking and is recovering. That's the tourism sector. We've had a report from the Kenya Tourism Board having very positive sentiments about the industry. And looking ahead, I can say at a PE of about 20, it's a good counter in the stocks. And prospects for it are also positive, as it is with Equity Bank and the others.
Out of that space as well, you've highlighted Athi River Mining, and it seems to be, a consensus in the market that this is a value play right now within the cement space, with a lot of infrastructure development occurring in the region as a whole. So let's look at that, but also focus on the fact that this is a company that does have diversification very much on its agenda, with fertilizer production ramping up as well.
Yes, indeed. Athi River Mining has been a company performing very well. Their profits were up 28% in the last financial results published. The stock has also rallied on the NSE, trading at an average price of 116 if we were to get the 6-month average. Yesterday rallying to as high as 152 shillings. And that is a really good rally, considering barely 8 months ago the stock was trading below the 100 shilling mark. And yes, indeed, they've diversified into fertilizer production. They've also opened an office in Tanzania, which has good prospects. They have also had an oversubscribed bond issue a few months ago. and I think the company is headed for more grace than it is right now.
With that, prospects for next week, Robert, as we wrap this week and this month up?
Prospects, in my view, are very good. We may see the referendum as a hurdle, but all the same, we've seen research polls say that the outcome is likely to be one in favor of a good economy, and we know that would be a yes vote. And I think right now the market in itself has stayed resilient, and it's the new high recorded yesterday in the index is a testimony to that. So prospects are good, and looking forward, I think we'll see a better market for the Kenyans.
Well, of course, the 4th of August, a very big day next week for the Kenyan economy, where we've got that referendum underway, voting for a new constitution.